to my channel. As you can see, this week we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I am going to be doing a makeup tutorial. You guys have been asking. I am now delivering. So I did a poll up on my Instagram stories about which of my upcoming costumes you guys wanted me to do a makeup test of first. Here we go, Enid's the winner. Without any further ado, let me show you how I did this Enid look. So I am toned and moisturized. Let's get ready to do the rest of the face now.
The first thing I do is use a primer that will fill in any pores, fine lines or wrinkles. I find this especially important as a 31-year-old lady who is cosplaying as a high schooler. After the skin is primed, I go in with a foundation. I'm currently using my winter shade because Enid is a lot more paler than I am, but I promise you it all works out in the end. Pro tip, don't forget to take your foundation all the way down your neck and your chest area if that is exposed. This will help prevent it from looking like you're wearing a mask, especially if you're wearing a lighter shade like I am here. Next, I dab a little bit of a lighter concealer underneath my eyes just to brighten them up a bit and get rid of those bags that I may be carrying under there. As you can see, I use my fingers to apply the concealer, and I've always just found that this gives me much more control than a brush ever has. I also apply the concealer between the brows, take a little bit down the nose and a bit on the chin. Then I set it all using a loose powder. Next I use a contour powder in a warm brown shade just to bring some more life back into my face because I don't want to look that dead. I apply this to my temples and my cheek hollows, under my jawline and down my neck. I put a tiny bit on my chin to create that chin dimple she has. And finally a little bit to the tip of my nose to try and create a more youthful button nose look. Now it's time for the blush. I'm using a light pink shade obviously, and I'm applying it liberally to the apples of my cheeks and dragging it up toward my temples. I also use a tiny amount right on the tip of my nose. Now it's time for the eyes, so because I'm going to be using such bright pink colours, I'm going to prime them first using a white cream primer. This will really help the bright colours pop, and it'll also help the eyeshadow stay all day without budging. I'm then using a white eyeshadow to cover the cream primer. This will once again help with making the bright colours pop. Speaking of, it is bright colour time, so I'm going in heavy-handed with a bright hot pink. I apply it to the top lid, getting gradually lighter the closer it gets to the brow bone. I then use a light pink shimmery shade and drag that all over the lid, stopping just under the crease. I then use the same shade in the inner eye corner and just a little bit towards the centre. I then use a slightly redder hot pink shade and I put that under the eye, starting in the outer corner and heading towards the centre. Then I drag it up from the outer corner and blend it in with the top lid. Then I use a warm brown under the lower lash line and drag that all the way across, making sure it's well blended into the hot pink. Now for the fun part, using an angled brush and a metallic silver eyeshadow, I line my eyes, creating a small wing on the outer corner. Using a brow powder that matches my brow colour, I then fill in my brows. I then use the spoolie end of my brush and brush out any loose powder. Next I use a nice black waterproof mascara and I apply it to my top lashes. Now it's time for the crystal freckles, so first I'm mapping out where they're going to go using an eyeliner. To apply the freckles, I'm dabbing the rhinestones in some facial glitter glue and applying them to my cheeks using tweezers. And repeat this a bunch more times. And don't forget to do the other side. So silly me forgot to do this step before gluing on the freckles, and it would have been so much easier then, but anyway. Highlighter. So I apply this under my eyes and bring it around on top of the brow in a sort of C shape. I then apply a little bit down the nose and on the tip, and a small amount just on the cupid's bow. Now for lipstick, Enid looks as though she's wearing a nice berry pink creamy shade, so that's exactly what I've gone for here, and I just apply that on my lips as you would lipstick. Wow! Finally, I blot it to take off the excess and we are done.
And here we are. Here is the final result. it, that is how I became Enid. I will have a tutorial coming out soon on how I made the actual costume for this as well, so be sure to stick around for that. Believe it or not, the video for it is actually currently filmed. I'm just waiting to film the end portion, you know, where I reveal the costumes together, and for that I need my friend Anna, because I'll be wearing my Wednesday dress, which yes, I've also made and it is also completed, and she'll be wearing this Enid costume with me. But we're just waiting to have our dates aligned so we can do it together. It's nice to be doing makeup related content again. If you enjoyed this, please consider hitting that like button down below and also potentially subscribing. I upload new videos every Friday or so, and they're usually something sewing, crafting or fun related. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye!
Hansel, so hot right now. Hansel.
I have such a fun time filming these.